Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, it's kind of nasty out today. So we're going to talk about lighting on a motorcycle. I like to break it down into two categories. First is see, and the second is be seen. So whenever you're riding a motorcycle, as you all know, Harley-Davidson, the lighting that they have on their bikes brand new is horrible. I mean, it's just the regular incandescent bulbs, and they give you two little bulbs in the back, a headlight, and then two turn signals in the front. So I've bought some aftermarket products. Now, disclaimer, I haven't been sponsored by any of these companies. I just want to show you guys what I have on my bike and what I think works for being more safe on a motorcycle. Let's run the intro and I'll get the bike out here. Alright, let's talk about being able to see on a motorcycle. So, like I said, from the factory, all Harley gives you is an incandescent bulb. Now, this is not the first aftermarket headlight that I've had on this motorcycle. The first one, I was being cheap, and I decided to go on one of those websites that sold the, let's say, Chinese knockoff version. I'd originally picked out a headlight that looked similar to the one that Ciro sells. I think it's called the Vision X. But whenever I received it, I noticed that there was something defective about it. So I contacted the company that I'd ordered it from, and they ended up sending me a different style headlight. Let me go grab it. Okay, so after receiving the first defective headlight, this is the second style that I went with. And I know you guys see these on a lot of different bikes. I will say it is a bright light, but it's like it wasn't a focused light. So I had a problem with it throwing light everywhere, and you know, you'd be riding down a two-lane highway and basically all the lights reflecting off of the road signs, and that kind of got annoying. Plus, like I said, it wasn't real focused. So this headlight, it has absolutely zero markings of brand name, model, anything, because it's a knockoff. And I should have known that whenever I received the box in the mail, opened it up, and there wasn't any paperwork, no instructions, no anything. You kind of get what you pay for, and that's what I noticed. Okay, so this is the new Custom Dynamics adaptive headlight that I picked up. I believe it's the second version of it, and the markings on the back of the light showed that it was made by JW Speaker. I also have the front inserts for the turn signals that are Custom Dynamics, and they have a white ring around them. Until you engage the turn signal, they flash amber, and they go back to the white ring. Now, this is also the second set of turn signal indicators that I've had in this bike. I also bought some knockoff versions of those online, except they were all white instead of the white ring, and then whenever you hit the turn signal, they would flash amber and then go back to a solid white LED light. Now, I noticed that Custom Dynamics is making that style of light now, and it may be something that I check into in the future. But whenever I took the knockoffs out and put these Custom Dynamics in here, I noticed that after only being installed in the bike for a couple of months, whenever I took them out, they literally just fell apart. And so it got me thinking, you know, here I have this expensive American-made motorcycle, and I'm buying cheap parts from overseas that don't have a brand or anything on them. What if they would have shorted out or something, since they did come apart? That could have caused a lot of nightmares and headache. Okay, let's talk about being seen on a motorcycle. Like I was talking about earlier, from the factory, Harley only gives you these brake light housings, and they have an incandescent bulb in them, which aren't very bright. So what I've done is I've upgraded these bullet style turn signals to the custom dynamic ProBEAM LED pods. And then here on my saddlebags, I have a set of the Ciro3D Bag Blades. Now at the time, Custom Dynamics didn't have their thin little saddlebag light at that time, so that's why I went with Ciro, and I've really enjoyed them. Let me show them to you. Did you guys see the flash pattern on these brake lights? That's because I also purchased a Custom Dynamics Magic Strobe module, and I installed that about a week ago. I think it'll help with getting drivers' attention, maybe even the ones that are distracted looking around their car. That flashing light will, shine into their vehicle, maybe get their attention. Also, you can see with the bag blades, you can see that turn signal a whole lot better than just one little bulb flashing at you. Alright guys, I'm going to wrap this video up. Whenever it comes to lighting on a motorcycle, just remember the things that we talked about in this video. First off, you have to be able to see while riding a motorcycle, and second, you have to be seen by other drivers whenever riding. If you take these two things into consideration, I know you'll be a much safer rider out here on our highways. Also, remember, don't buy the knockoff products. Go ahead and buy the good quality made products. My friends like to make fun of me whenever they ride with me and say things like, "Oh, we're going to have an airplane land on top of us with your landing lights back there." What do you guys think? Do y'all have any kind of aftermarket lighting on your motorcycle? If you do, leave me a comment down below. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. There's a button at the bottom of this video. Also, click that bell notification button, that way you're notified whenever I upload my next video. As always, I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all ride safe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.